What up, Devil? Sensei Toot here with another EOS to Bitcoin look for you. Gonna do something a little different this week and post it to YouTube just because I want to give you a longer look than 2 minutes. It's still going to be a surface level look as I like to keep these videos. But I feel like I need more than 2 minutes. And if you guys like it and give me positive feedback, then let us know and maybe we'll do some more. If not, don't worry, I won't do any more. So your feedback will be the determining factor. Anyway, so just because we're gonna do a longer video, let's recap the macro options. And I have two bearish options. The first bearish option and the one that we hope is working is that we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for an A working on B off the low, and then we're gonna have to come down for a similar magnitude down move, right? For a C wave, A, B, C. The mega bear option is that we've only done a 1, 2, 3, working on 4, 5 down. Then you need to go 3 up, and then you need to go 5 down. Yeah, we don't want that. So we're hoping for this teal count. And I said that there were, we had the options off the lower an A, B, C to complete, and as we predicted, it did complete here. And I said if it turned over here, that would give more credence to the red count. And it does if it finishes. We could still come down for an X and go up higher to come into the high probability area for a B wave of the entire move. Otherwise, we're looking at correcting only this move, which we've already hit we've already almost hit the high probability area. So this is actually a pretty good level, wave 4, to be honest, for the red count. So we're hoping to go up a little bit more, although the teal count's not out of play if we do go down from here. It's just, I would say, less likely. So let's take a little closer look. Go down to the 1 hour. There we go. Okay, so the move that I had, like I said, we have a completed A, B, C off the low. And I went through and re-looked at this count this morning, and I still favor this count. The original primary for this wave is actually still in play, which I took it out just because it felt like it would be eliminated. And that is this. That we had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 would be up here somewhere, which is yet to play, or this could be part of it. So, I'm pretty torn between these two accounts once again, because we do have what I would say is an extremely low probability depth on this wave 4. However, this wave 2, it really was an extremely low depth as well, right? So, I mean, didn't even make the 50%, didn't even make the 382. So that happens. We did get this move and this move are related by 1618. This is 1618 of this move. That would work for an extended 5th or a 3rd wave, right? So that doesn't exactly help us. However, what do you expect after an extended 5th? You expect a swift retracement down to the area of wave 2 of the extended wave. Well, we didn't get that yet, right? This could do a WXY and come down and still meet that criteria. But it looks like we're probably not going to do that, right? And then if this is a completed ABC to here, in order for an X wave to come in, we would need to expect to break this channel, right? That also doesn't look like it's going to happen. Now, guidelines in Elliott Wave can be broken, of course, but that's what they're there for. We're not predicting the future. We have no crystal ball. We're working on probabilities. And the count that we had been working on here, or have been working on, seems to be lower probability at this point, right? Because we would have to violate 2 guidelines, and you can do that. It's just not as likely. If we go with the guidelines and then we're wrong, who cares? That's just what you do. You're gonna be wrong in trading a lot. You just want to give yourself the best chance. So I'm starting to think that we are actually in a very low probability depth 4, but that's okay because we had such a shallow 2. Deep 4 is not out of the, it seems to make sense, right? So we could be coming up for a 5th now in order to complete this C wave. And now if that would be the case, then I would say we have a completed 1-ish here. Then we come down for 2, up for 3, down for 4, up for 5. So we would expect to get somewhere in the neighborhood of this here. It could extend, of course, but that doesn't take us that deep, right? It does get us deeper than we are, and it gives a better credence to this teal count, but we would like to get up in here for that teal. So that hopefully, you know, the magnitude of this, if it's a potential one wave of the fifth, this does seem like an option. So that's what we're keeping our eye on now. What is the next move? So like I said, this looks like an impulse, right? So if this is an impulse, we have two options. On the yellow count for this C wave, we would, you know, be in the fifth now for this yellow. In this count, we would be potentially in an X, because this is a 1, 2, 3 down. Which, by the way, last week we were talking about trading opportunities. I was hoping that we would return to this area for an entry for short. We got it. We got the short. Probably didn't get your extreme price profit taking, because this wasn't 1-to-1 this, but you still had a profitable trade here, which was good. Now off that low, we have a 5 wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That could still be in the fifth, or be done. And not surprising that, look at this channel of this move where it finds support or resistance, depending. Resistance now. So the next thing we would expect is a move down off of this to the high probability area for a B or 2. So in the yellow count, that would be a 2 wave. And then we go up for 3, 4, 5. In the teal count, to me, that would be working on an X. And the only option there would be a flat. So we've come down in 3. We would have to go up in 3 to at least 90% of this depth, and then down for a C. And if that, to me, if this move already violates this guideline, and the flat will likely not make it to here to this guideline. So I think that that is unlikely. I think that that is less likely, and that we are now in a 5th wave up to make a new high before coming down again. So would expect something like this. Let's do a quick measure out. Yeah, so based on the magnitude of this wave, it looks like you'd be getting some sort of an extension. Yeah, so which was good for the teal count. We would be getting an extension, which is potentially going to happen, but you know, we didn't show alternation here. We did get the series 1, 2, 1, 2 to get sideways action. I'm thinking out loud, guys. I haven't actually considered this, what I'm discussing right this second, but yeah, I mean, there's a lack of clarity. Shocker, it's a bear market. I would say the front runner at this point would be that we have completed a 4 and we're going up for a 5. What we're going to be looking for is after the completion of this 5 wave, if it's not already done, and it's going to go down and up in 5, we're going to be looking, if this wave is equal to the next wave and it turns over around here, then we're going to be going for that flat count down in 5. If we get up, you know, to a high probability extension of the wave 1 to 3 relationship, then, you know, we're working on this yellow 5 up here. So those are our two options. Either way, we have two options, right? And the near-term option is that we're going to retrace. So depending on, you know, what kind of trader you might be, you may find opportunity in that area. You would probably want to determine whether this was a completed impulse or not, and make your own decisions. This is, of course, just an educational video. So good luck, guys, and I'll talk to you next week. Toot out.